A writer rents an isolated cabin to escape society during a historic blizzard. On day 3, the snow traps him inside, and he realizes someone else has been living under the floorboards. Looking for absolute isolation, David rented a remote wooden cabin deep in the mountains of Montana, just as a massive winter storm rolled in. By the second night, the winds howled at 60 miles per hour. The snow piled up to the windows, sealing David inside. He was completely cut off from civilization. Sitting by the fireplace, David began to hear odd, rhythmic scratching sounds coming from beneath his feet. He shrugged it off as mountain rats escaping the cold. But the next morning, things were different. A kitchen knife he left on the counter was now stuck into the wooden cutting board. His laptop charger had been neatly uncoiled. David checked his food rations. A full loaf of bread and 3 canned items were missing from the locked pantry. No animal could open a latch. Terrified, David moved a heavy braided rug in the living room. Beneath it, he discovered something the landlord never mentioned: an old, rusted iron storm cellar hatch. The padlock on the hatch hadn't been locked from the top. It had been neatly cut away from the inside. Armed with a poker from the fireplace, David opened the hatch. A blast of foul, freezing air hit him as he shined his light into the crawlspace. There, under his floorboards, was a makeshift living space. Dozens of stolen photos of David, taken through the cabin windows over the last 3 days, were pinned to the wooden beams. Suddenly, the flashlight beam caught a set of wet, muddy footprints leading away from the blankets, straight up a secondary ladder that led into the walls of the cabin. David didn't hesitate. He smashed through the front door into the blinding blizzard, preferring the deadly cold over the monster inside his walls. Police arrived days later when the roads cleared. They found the crawl space empty, but the watcher left a note on David's laptop. "Thanks for sharing the cabin."